Hey guys, it's me Betty and welcome back to Betty's Books. In today's video, I'll be reading all of the books that I selected in this video. And you might be thinking, oh no, I haven't watched that video. You don't have to, because I'm just about to tell you the books that I selected. So I got Powerless by Lauren Roberts, Shatter Me by Tahara Murphy, It's Behind You by Catherine Foxfield, and The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. So let's get on with the video. If you enjoy my channel and you enjoy this video, you might check out my Instagram, which is at Betty's Books 10, where I post bookish content and book reviews, which is very important because this video is the first reading vlog that I'm doing. So today I'm going to start The Dead Romantics because it is Valentine's Day today. And the weather's been a bit miserable the past couple of days, so a good romance book will get me in the Valentine's Day mood. It is early evening, but never too late now, is it? So I'm going to start reading this and I'll update you as I go along. Right guys, I'm so sorry I haven't been able to film in a while, but I've got a massive, big update for you. So, I finished The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston and I rated this 4.5 stars. This was so good. I loved it so much. And I really like Ashley Poston's writing. Like, this font is a lot smaller than what I usually read, but I still got through it at like a normal pace because I love the writing that much. And I never really understand when people say that they're like, oh, I really like this author's writing, but I get it. I get it now. So yeah, I love the plot of this book and all of the characters and the setting. Or I loved the setting. The setting was great. And this is basically a book where this ghostwriter, ironically, falls in love with a ghost and things just unfold from there. The ending is really sweet, and I would highly recommend for anyone who wants a sweet romance with a touch of magical realism. So that's The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. And then I read It's Behind You by Catherine Foxfield, and I finished this last night actually. And I'm going to keep going on about the font because I am reading a lot of different font sizes in this video. See, this is like my normal size. This is good. This is a lot bigger. And I flew through it because when I read a book with really small font and then next I read a book with really big font, I sort of like get through it much quicker because I've gotten used to small font. Yeah. So I flew through this, not just because of the font, because the plot was really good, and I loved all the characters. All of them were so unique, even in like the way they spoke. So when it was like da la la la, for example, I knew like, oh, that was this person before I even had to look at someone said. So yeah, and this is basically a book where these teenagers go on a reality TV show and they're stuck in these caves and things get very real. I rated this 4 stars and I would highly recommend it for anyone looking for a quick, fast-paced thriller, and all of the twists were really good. Usually in thrillers and stuff, when there's a plot twist, my brain gasps, but I actually gasp. So do with that information what you will. So I would highly recommend this. This is It's Behind You by Catherine Foxfield. Finally, I started reading Powerless by Lauren Roberts last night, and I am on page 71, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Again about the font. This is young adult. So I was expecting the font to be big, but it's tiny. So for the first like 20 to 30 pages, I was struggling so much to like keep my focus on it because it took me so long before I could actually turn the page. But I think I've adjusted to it now, and now I'm on page 71, the plot's building up, and I'm very excited to keep going with this. So I will see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I finished Powerless. This is probably my favourite book so far this year. I loved this so much. I wasn't really sort of like expecting to. I was expecting that, oh yeah, this is alright. It was more than alright. It was much more alright than alright. It was very alright. This is 5 stars, 6 stars, all of the stars in the universe. I loved it so much. All of the characters, the plot. If you like the Hunger Games, this is very similar to the Hunger Games, but with like magic. And the last 50 pages. So like this was this was mental. This was nuts. I love this so much. I don't even have the words for it. When people say, "Oh, this book made me cry, 5 stars," I didn't understand it until I cried at this book and I gave it 5 stars. And I loved it so much, and please read it. If you like fantasy, if you like the Hunger Games, if you like the Hunger Games and you like magic, read this because it's beautiful. I cried, I laughed, I gasped a lot. And the second one is coming out in July, and there's a novella, which is a little book, coming out in April. So I'm going to pre-order those, and I really love this book. I would highly recommend it. So today I started Shatter Me, and I'm flying through. I'm already on page 109, but I don't know if it's because I'm enjoying it or because of the difference in thickness and font size in these 2 books. Like, this was a really thick book. Well, in my opinion, it's really thick. I know people read like 1,000-page books. I couldn't do that. This is 500 pages, and the font is quite small compared to what I normally read. But then this is like 330 pages, and the font's a lot larger. So I don't know if I'm flying through it because I'm really enjoying it, or I'm flying through it because of the font size and the thickness. But yeah, I will update you on this. This is the last book, and I'm happy with this challenge. I am going to do this again at some point, so you'll probably see that. So I will update you when I've finished Shatter Me. Right guys, so I finished Shatter Me by Tara Murphy, and I rated this 3.5 stars, and I really enjoyed this book. I can tell that this series is going to be a 5-star series, but for me, the pacing of this book really confused me. I don't know why, because like I know what happens. I could tell you a plot summary like right now, but I'm not going to because that's spoiling, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I don't know, I just found the pacing really confusing. It felt like so much happened, but it also felt like nothing happened. It was really weird. But I did think that the writing flowed really nicely. It was sort of like a stream of consciousness. And I don't know, it just sort of felt a lot like what happens inside your own head, which is quite interesting to see on paper. And yeah, I got attached to the characters really quickly. I can tell they're going to get put through some stuff in the rest of the books if I get attached to them so quickly. There's going to be tears, I can tell. At some point in this series, there's going to be tears. I almost called it a series. But yeah, I rated this 3.5 stars, and I really enjoyed it, and I will be continuing with the series. So guys, that is it for the video where I read all of the books that I picked in this video. And for a little summary, I read The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston and gave it 4 stars. I read It's Behind You by Catherine Foxfield and also rated it 4 stars. I read Powerless by Lauren Roberts and rated it 5 stars. It's probably one of my 6-star reads. And I read Shatter Me by Tara Murphy and I rated it 3.5 stars. So I will be doing this challenge again because I really enjoyed doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy me doing it too. If you really desperately don't want me to do this again, please tell me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will, if no one stops me, be doing this again. So yeah, if you want any more detailed reviews of these books, because I'm sort of getting used to doing reviews on camera, so I'm better at actual like written reviews. So if you want some of them, those are on my Instagram, which is @Betty'sBooks10, where I go into much more detail. So if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts of each book, then you can find them on there. So yeah, have a great day, week, month, year, however long it is, until I next see you. Have a great time then. Bye for now.